Hi, this is Alice. I wanted to talk to you about your discussion grade rubric. So this is something that it's good to pay attention to for a few minutes because it can impact your grade significantly. You have two different series of discussions. The first one is called the topic discussions, and they are geared toward getting you to think about different topic areas that come up within the content. So, for example, the first one is about Chapter 1 and the nature versus nurture debate. So that's called a topic discussion. There are 10 of those this semester, and they're each worth 20 points. So how you participate in that is kind of a big deal because it's worth up to 20 points. There's another series of discussions that has to do with your research paper, and we'll talk about those at a separate time. So focusing here on the topic discussions and how they're graded. So you see at the top here, there are 10 topic discussions. They're worth 20 points each for 200 total points. That's 20% of your grade. So it's hefty, and it's important to pay attention to. All right, so if you do not do any posting at all, you get a 0. And that's a big hit each time you don't participate in discussions. So do not underestimate the power of participating in discussions. It not only does it earn you points along the way, but it also helps you learn the material. And that's really the bottom line. You learn the material, and then you'll perform well on tests. So you earn between 1 and 8 points when you make at least one post. So let's be clear on this. You need to post early in the week. I will open up the discussions on Sunday, and you'll have a full week, Sunday through Saturday, to participate in discussions. But you need to check in on the posts or on the discussions Sunday, Monday at the latest, and make a first posting. These are looking to be pretty substantial first posts. You want to answer the questions that are posed. You want to get into the material. You want to really show that you're giving some consideration to this. So you can earn between 1 and 8 points for making one post. And you can see a variety of things here are considered when I'm deciding between 1 and 8 posts. Okay, then we get up 9 to 11. You've made at least one solid post early on. And I can see that you're participating in other ways. Sometimes people do what's called a one line, and that's when you're responding to someone else's post, but you're only saying something pretty simple or giving one line back to them. And that's not going to earn you many more points. So it's worth your energy to really consider what other people have said and respond to them in a thoughtful way, always being respectful, but responding in a way that shows that you've considered what they've said, you're now wondering about an aspect of it, you're adding to the conversation, you're moving it forward, you're getting a little bit more into the material. This is what I'm looking for when you're posting. The 12 to 13, we're getting to you've done at least 2 posts. 3 are what is required total. You can do more than that, and that can help to really make the discussion more fun for everyone. But you do up to at least 3. So you want to post early in the week your initial thoughts, and then visit the conversation daily is best. Monday, Tuesday, you're looking for some sort of thread, something that someone else has posted, either in response to yourself, they've given their thoughts on it, or you're responding to someone else. So you're earning 12 to 13 points when you're starting to do this, to develop further in this way. 14 to 15 points are earned when you have solid posts, you're being interactive, so you're encouraging responses. Let's see, maybe you're starting to use citations, you're bringing in a link to an article or a YouTube or something that backs up things that you're saying, that really helps everyone's learning. 16 to 17 points are earned again when you're building on all of this. You have several strong posts, they're innovative, they're insightful, you're carrying the conversation forward. And then 18 to 20 points, that's the A, when you really have done some excellent work in here. and you've moved threads along. Another thing, and it's noted here at the very end, titles are renamed. So anytime you reply to someone, when you reply, if you erase their name for the post and you change it to something original, that's really helpful. It kind of distinguishes threads, it gets people's curiosity going. You can be kind of creative with how you're naming things. So I'm looking for 3 posts minimum. I'm looking for retitling. I'm looking for things to be innovative and thoughtful. I'm looking for you to post early in the week and then follow up with 2 more posts. If I see your final post on Saturday, that didn't the end of the week, that didn't really help the conversation nearly as much as it could have early in the week. So that's the sort of thing that I'm looking for. So don't leave any points behind in discussions. Make sure you get all that you can.